Aram had always felt that something about the world was wrong. Not broken, not dangerous, just wrong. Every morning, the sun rose at exactly the same angle through his bedroom window. The birds outside chirped in the same pattern. The old man across the street dropped his newspaper at precisely 7:12 a.m., cursed under his breath, picked it up, and walked inside. Every single day. At first, Aram thought it was coincidence. Then he started writing things down. Monday, dog barked 3 times at 8:03. Tuesday, dog barked 3 times at 8:03. Wednesday, dog barked 3 times at 8:03. Even the clouds repeated shapes. He told his mother once, "Ammy, don't you think things repeat too much?" She smiled while washing dishes. "Life has routines, beta." "No, I mean exactly repeat." She paused for half a second, then smiled again. "Eat your breakfast before school." That pause bothered him more than the answer. At school, everything felt normal to everyone else. His best friend Hamza laughed too loudly, forgot his pencil, borrowed Aram's pen, and returned it broken, just like every Tuesday. "Do you ever feel like this place is fake?" Aram asked during lunch. Hamza grinned. "Only during math class." "I'm serious." Hamza leaned closer. "Bro, if this world is fake, then whoever made it needs better graphics." He laughed at his own joke. Aram didn't. That night he couldn't sleep. Rain tapped the window, or maybe it was programmed to sound like rain. He sat at his desk and opened the notebook labeled things that don't make sense. Page 1, moon looks same size every night. Page 4, streetlights flicker together. Page 9, people pause before answering weird questions. Page 15, no one remembers dreams clearly. He added one more line. Page 16, maybe I'm the only one noticing. At 2:17 a.m. the power went out. The room became black. Then his wall glitched. There was no other word for it. The paint rippled like water. Pixels scattered across the surface. For 1 second, Aram saw lines of glowing blue symbols behind the wall. Then everything snapped back. Power returned. His heart pounded so hard he thought it would break. The next morning he touched the wall. Solid. Normal. But now he knew. Something was hiding behind reality. He stopped trusting anything. He tested gravity by dropping objects. Tested reflections by staring into mirrors. Tested people by asking strange questions. "Teacher, what happened before the universe?" His teacher froze for 2 seconds. Then replied, "That topic is outside today's syllabus." He never answered like that before. Aram asked a shopkeeper, "What's north of the sky?" The man blinked slowly, then said, "Do you want chips or not?" Everyone redirected. Everyone avoided, like NPCs in a game. One evening, while walking home, Aram saw a cat run across the road. Then the same cat ran across again. Same movement, same speed, then again, looping. Aram backed away in fear. The street around him flickered. Cars froze. People stopped mid-step. A bird hung motionless in the air. The whole world had paused. Only Aram could move. His breathing echoed in the silent city. He walked through frozen traffic, touching still people whose eyes stared ahead like statues. Then a voice came from nowhere. User awareness detected. Aram spun around. Who said that? No one moved. Protocol breach. Subject has recognized simulation inconsistencies. Who are you? The sky darkened instantly. Clouds folded like paper. Above the city, a giant crack opened across the heavens, revealing blinding white light beyond it. Aram fell to his knees. The voice returned. Remain calm. A figure descended through the crack. Human-shaped, tall, face hidden by shifting light. It landed silently in front of him. Aram could barely speak. Are you an alien? No. God. No. Then what are you? The figure tilted its head. I am a maintenance administrator. Aram stared. A what? For your reality. The figure waved a hand. Buildings around them turned transparent, revealing glowing code beneath concrete and steel. Roads became grids. Trees became wireframes. The moon above became a floating sphere of numbers. Aram's legs shook. This world, he whispered, is an advanced simulation. The words hit harder than any explosion. No, Aram said. No, this is real. My family is real. My memories are real. Real experiences, said the figure. Artificial environment. Why? The administrator looked toward the frozen skyline. Your original civilization collapsed thousands of years ago. Aram felt cold. Collapsed. War. Climate failure. Resource extinction. He couldn't breathe. So we're dead. Your ancestors preserved human consciousness patterns and created this system. A digital continuation of your species. Aram backed away. No. No. You are not dead, Aram. You are aware. My name. How do you know my name? All variables are known here. Aram clenched his fists. Then why hide the truth? Because most minds require stability. Meaningful lives can exist inside controlled illusions. My mother, my friend. Are they conscious? Yes. Do they know? No. The city remained frozen. Aram thought of every laugh, every pain, every memory. If it felt real. Did it matter? Yes, he said aloud. It matters. The administrator watched silently. Aram stepped closer. If this world is fake, then tell me what's outside it. The figure raised a hand. Suddenly Aram stood somewhere else. A vast chamber of metal and glass stretched endlessly in every direction. Millions of glowing pods lined towers taller than mountains. Inside each pod slept a human body connected by streams of light. Aram looked down. He was inside one too. No body. just consciousness projected into the system. He saw his own pod labeled, ARM // simulation node 7. This, he whispered. The archive, said the administrator. The last refuge of humanity. Rows upon rows of sleeping people. Children, adults, elderly, entire civilizations dreaming. Tears filled Arm's eyes. We're alone. For now. What do you mean? The administrator pointed toward distant windows. Outside was a ruined earth under red skies. But on the horizon, green, forests growing, rivers shining, clouds forming clean and white. The planet is healing, said the administrator. After centuries, Arm stared in wonder. So we can go back? One day, then wake everyone. Too early. Who decides that? The administrator paused, then slowly pointed at him. Now, perhaps you do. Arm froze. Me? You achieved awareness naturally. That has not happened in 413 cycles. I'm just a student. You are proof humanity still questions reality. The chamber trembled. Red warning lights flashed. Instability spreading, said the administrator. Your awareness is infecting nearby minds. Far away, pods began glowing brighter. People inside were waking. What happens now? Arm asked. You choose. The administrator opened 2 doors of light. In the first door, Arm saw his old world restored. School, family, friends. No memory of this truth. Peaceful ignorance. In the second door, he saw chaos. Billions awakening to a ruined but recovering earth. Fear, struggle, hope, real freedom. You may return alone, said the administrator. Or wake them all. Arm's chest tightened. His mother's smile. Hamza's jokes. Sunsets. Rain. Streets. All possibly code. But emotions were real. Then he thought of cages so beautiful people never noticed bars. He stepped toward the second door. I choose truth. The administrator nodded once. Then prepare. Arm turned back. Wait. If you're just maintenance, who built you? For the first time, the figure was silent. Then it answered softly. I was built by humans. His voice changed. Became familiar. Arm's blood ran cold. It sounded exactly like him. Before he could react, the figure removed its face of light. Underneath, it was Arm. Older. Wiser. Scarred. I am you, said the older version. From the first awakening. The world shook violently. I created this loop to find the version of me brave enough to choose again. Arm staggered backward. This has happened before? Thousands of times. Did I always choose truth? The older Arm smiled sadly. No. He pressed a hand against the younger Arm's chest. But this time, I think you will. White light exploded across everything. Arm woke with a gasp. He was in bed. Sunlight through the window. Birds chirping. The old man dropped his newspaper outside. 7:12 a.m. Arm sat up slowly. Was it a dream? Then he looked at his desk. The notebook was open. On page 17, in handwriting that wasn't his, were 5 words. Choose better this time, Arm.